Welcome to the High Level Wife Podcast. This is a space for Christian wives who love God, want their marriage healed, and are done performing, fixing, striving, or trying to control their way to change. Here we're going to talk about marriage God's way through right order, surrender, heart posture, and spirit-led transformation. This is not self-help, it's discipleship. My name is Chelsey Holm, and my role is to help you move from awareness into obedience so real healing, wholeness, and restoration can take root. Let's begin.
All right, High Level Wife, we're on day 13. It's the day before Valentine's Day, and today is the hinge. This is the moment where the inner work becomes a shared experience. So today is pivotal. Okay, it's pivotal. Up until now, everything we've talked about has been inside of you, right? Heart posture, surrender, safety within the covenant that God has created and extended to us, rest, delight. But intimacy was never meant to stay internal, right? Think about that. Like intimacy, it has to be expressed, shared, mutual with somebody, right? It was designed to flow outward into a shared experience, a shared rhythm, shared presence. And here's the truth that most women miss. You don't invite your husband into intimacy by asking him for more, just as the same of him to you. You invite him by changing the atmosphere that you bring. It's not manipulation or silence or shrinking. This is alignment. When a woman shifts her heart posture, the environment shifts with her. This is how that space is created for the spirit to move. And this is why this matters right now. Valentine's Day is coming tomorrow. And for many wives and husbands, it brings pressure, expectation, disappointment, or numbness. It brings up memories of the past, right? Of where we've been let down, where we've had great expectations only to find that we were greatly dissatisfied. Because what happens is we jump straight to the moment without preparing the space first, right? Like we book the dinner reservation, we pick out the perfect outfit, we we make sure that we are estering it up by doing all the oils and ointments and getting our hair did and making sure our legs are shaved. Like we set the atmosphere, like that we set a false sense of atmosphere, right? Because we're jumping right into the moment without preparing the actual space. We prepare what we think, right, which is the external. We adorn ourselves. We wear the gold. We braid our hair. I even have a braid in my hair just for this. Um, right? But God does not move that way. He prepares ground before he reveals, and he orders before he multiplies. He establishes the safety before he invites the closeness. Okay, the way that he orders before he multiplies, right? Think about the feeding of the 5,000, the loaves and the fish. He asked for obedience, right? It had people, the kid had to volunteer, like, I have this, right? And he brought it to Jesus. Jesus blessed it. And then he gave it to his disciples to hand out, to carry out the multiplication and the miracle. Okay, so we have to have that kind of mentality here. So again, God establishes the safety of his covenant before he invites into the closeness. And so this is the hinge here. You move from fixing to hosting, from what do I need to do or what do I need him to do, to who am I becoming in the covenant, right? And this is only able to flow from a secure identity. And I know where I came from. I know whose I am. I know where I'm going. And when this posture changes, then our tone softens, our presence deepens, our body relaxes, and our words slow down. A perfect example of this is one of my High Level Wife 101 grads. She used to speak so fast, I couldn't listen to her messages in Voxer ever sped up because she talked so fast, even on 2 times. It was way too fast and I couldn't understand anything. And now she is speaking much slower. And this is pretty typical. And it's because what happens is these shifts, it does something powerful. And what it does is it creates this invitation without pressure. Men don't respond to control, it actually damages them and they will step back. They respond to space. And space is created when a woman is no longer striving for outcome. And this is where intimacy stops being a task or a box to check and starts becoming an experience, a shared mutual experience. So let me be clear in this. You are not responsible for your husband's response. You're responsible for your alignment. And when your alignment is right, connection feels natural, touch feels safer, desire feels mutual, and presence feels easy. Excuse me. This is why Valentine's Day doesn't need a script, it needs a prepared heart. Right? In none of these episodes did I say, here is how to create the perfect Valentine's Day. No, because it needs a prepared heart, whether it's Valentine's Day or every day. And marriage is not just reduced down to one Hallmark holiday. Okay. It's a prepared heart that has right order every single day because it goes to the source of life and the source of bread. And that's exactly what you're doing. So tomorrow in episode 14, which I'm going to be taking a break after recording this one, we're not going to talk about theory. We're going to talk about invitation. But today we're going to pause, soften, prepare. Because intimacy doesn't start in the bedroom. It starts in the atmosphere. Song of Songs 2:10 says, my beloved speaks and says to me, arise, my love, my beautiful one, and come away. Again, notice he invites, she responds. It's not force or demand, it's just readiness. So let me close with this. Intimacy begins when a woman stops fixing and starts hosting.
If this episode stirred something in you, but high level wife feels like too big of a step right now, I want you to hear this clearly. You don't have to jump ahead to honor what God is doing. I created a short guided experience called From Awareness to Surrender for women who aren't ready for ongoing support but know they can't stay where they are. It includes 3 short teachings, a guided exercise, and a prayer I recorded over you. It's going to help you move from awareness into real response. You'll find a link in the show notes. And if you're not ready even for that, don't rush past this moment. Sit with God and ask Him what obedience looks like next.